She gotta shake a little something. Ooh.
Hey.
Throwing that thing from left, right, side to side. She gotta have her own money. Oh yeah. Shout out to the girls that pay they rent.
Hey, yo, what's up, everyone? What's up? Welcome back to the Sayless podcast. As you also Sefa, is my toko atu. We got another episode here for you guys. Excited. Toko, who do we have up? Let's go.
Yeah, man, we got the one and only. He's done it. He's done it all, man. He's been around the world.
He's done it all.
Had a few codes.
Yes.
But it's good to have Leivaha Pulu on board, mate.
Yee-hee.
Welcome, brother.
Welcome, Uzo.
Hey, what's up, Tacos?
How's it been, bro?
Yeah, you know how it is, bro. Just crazy.
That's the one.
Family, bro.
Yeah. You back in NZ, eh? Back in New Zealand, back in Auckland?
Yeah, so I'm back here for a bit.
Yeah.
Just to come see my mum and that. You know, and just chill for a bit. So, and especially with COVID. So,
yeah, man. That was crazy.
Tough times, eh?
Oh, bro.
Tough
Yeah, man.
How's it been being back, bro, and seeing the family and I guess bringing the kids back amongst their family as well?
Yeah, you know, nothing beats family, man. So just bringing the kids back and, bro, there you go, bro. It's our babysitters, eh? So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Your guys' turn.
Yeah. Yeah, offload, bro. Yeah, bro. That's me, bro. Offload, bro. So,
Yeah.
Nah,
Because you were in
I like it. I love it.
You were in Australia, yeah?
Yeah, so I was there for the last year. So yeah, good experience, man. Loved it, man. So
man,
yeah.
Aussie, I can hear the accent coming through, docs. Was that Eshe Etsua?
Yeah, your accent as well.
Oh man, that's my kids, bro. That's my son, bro.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
coming in with, trying to come shivs and shanks that dude, bro.
Yeah.
Put him in a pot, bro. Hey, shut up.
Too much HP, boy, sana.
Oh, man.
I'm not Legion.
Oh, that's great, bro.
But yeah, man, if you can share about your upbringing, bro, and how your childhood was like. You know, I've heard a few stories, bro, and yeah, man, you've done it all, bro. So if you can touch on that, brother.
Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate you guys. You know, first and foremost, I'd just like to thank the man above. For just blessing us with this day here and everything else. So for me, I come from, there's a family of 6 of us. So, one brother, two sisters. Born and raised Avondale, Dangerous.
Hey, Dale State.
eh?
Dale State, eh?
Dale State, sleeping giant, man.
Spider life.
Yeah, spider, man, spider. Raised up here playing union as everyone else does, just going through, through life, got caught up, trying to be a gangster, back in our day, the blood, the Crips, and try to be a gangster.
Yeah.
So I thought it was pretty cool, man, and I think that's when Bone Thugs and everything else come out. And but that's like the only thing that I listened to, and then just still had ambitions to be a footy player. Always looked up to being an All Black, but things changes. As every Kiwi, as every young fella that comes up, man, that's the ultimate goal, eh?
The All Blacks, eh? The All Blacks.
Yeah, All Blacks.
That's like the dream as a Kiwi boy.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's me, man. I always wanted to be an All Black, man, especially when you used to watch Jonah Lomu come through, eh? He was the prime example. He was everyone's idol pretty much growing up.
Yeah.
So man, just watching that, bro, some hard days, we used to watch the All Blacks and they used to get beaten from the Wallabies. Especially when John Neals was kicking for goals, winning goals. We're in trouble, eh? Oh, bro.
Trouble times.
Oh,
and that 07
times,
quarterfinal, eh? That 07 quarterfinal. Oh, my gosh.
Bro, yeah,
Oh.
honestly, I'm not pretty. I'm not an emotional person, but
Yeah.
like, I started crying, bro. Ah,
That got you good, eh?
bro, tell me one dude in New Zealand who didn't cry, bro. Like, bro,
100%, bro.
Axels.
bro, I'm like,
Oh,
man,
man.
yeah, and then so yeah, nah, man. But then things changed for myself. I had mates who wanted to go play league, and I only played footy just because of my mates and that, man. So I just tried league out, man. And plus, for union, man, I wasn't like making the cut, through the rip teams. I'd go trial at the Bruce McLaren. Remember, go for intermediate.
Yeah.
You go through all those, Bruce
Yeah.
McLaren. I tried that 2 years in a row. Got bounced twice. Went to go trial for Auckland, man. I was just getting bounced left, right, and center.
Yeah.
Like, they always tell us that there was players ahead of me, man. So I was like, man, I was pretty gutsy. And then so I was I'll give league a try. Went out, played a year at league, and then bro, I just made Auckland, and bro, things just started falling my way, man. Opportunities started opening up for myself, and then went over to Oz. I was lucky enough to get a scholarship to go Kiba Park. Yeah.
How old were you then, Docs?
I was about 16, so I had to
16.
I had to make the big decision to move out, man. So I had to leave home at it early. But I guess, for me, that was probably one of the best thing that's ever happened to me. It got me out of Avondale, got me out of, it just showed me the big world out there, and where I live is it's only a little place on the map, man. So it opened up my eyes to a lot of things. So I went over there, and man, I just got thrown in the deep end straight away. So, coming from New Zealand, live with your parents. You're so used to getting everything done for you, but over there, it's just 0 to 100 real quick. Like,
No way.
bro, it's just pretty much finding your own way around. What else is there? It's just like, bro, just doing everything where, had to set up my own bank accounts, had to, but I was lucky enough that my, my wife, well, she was my missus at the time, that, she come over with me, and her and her family came and supported me to help me out with that. Yeah, so I was pretty blessed and lucky, that they come over and help me settle in. And then when I went to school over there for 2 years, bro, and then
did you go to school with any like players that you played with like now or recently? At Keeper Park?
bro,
like a good league school.
Yeah, bro, it's the nursery for league, man, over there. So, man, my first year, we had a pretty stacked team. We had, like, the likes of Rob Louis, Kenny Edwards, Corey Norman, and then, Jordan Kahu, Ben Murdoch, Masila, Isaac Leo. Bro, we like,
all-star team.
Bro, we had a mean team. You got Blake Larry, bro, like, pretty much, most of our team, has played NRL. And then then we were playing against dudes like, Palm Beach, like, Cody Walker, Ryan James, Jordan Mackin. We played against those dudes and all that. So that was our man. So it was pretty buzzy, going over there and just learning how to play footy, because originally I'm a union player, so all I knew was crash and bash, But there, man, it's just going to open my eyes on nutrition, diet, ball skills, and fitness. So no.
The things that we usually try and get away with, and especially the fitness when it comes to high school.
Bro, even to this day, man, like I still hate fitness. It's got to be done, man. Like that's the mentality, bro. Like I think, bro, like for me, I've just gone to that point now, man. Look, it is what it is, and it has to be done, and bro, no one else is gonna do it but me.
Yes, sir.
100%.
So I done 2 years there, and then, bro, I was lucky enough to get a gig at West Tigers under 20s, but then my wife fell pregnant, man, at a really young age. So, but I had to juggle up, like, what it's like, man. Like, once you become a father, man, you think flat, man. Like, I had to put my dream on hold for a bit.
Yeah.
I had to go out and I had to go and work and provide for my family. So I remember the coach pulled me up one time at training and he was like, look, he goes, bro, he gave me pretty much an ultimatum, bro, at a young age. He was like, man, look, you need to do extras. You need to, like, do all this. And I looked at him and I was like, fuck, man, like, I looked at him and like, man, shucks, that's probably one of the hardest questions because I got a daughter on the way and, like, for me is I have to be a man and, that's for me personally. Like, everyone's different. I have to go and provide for her, it's, I've made a kid. Now it's time for me to be a man to step up and provide for my kids. So, so I went out, I worked, done all that stuff, but I put a halt to, everything else. And then, bro, I was just pretty much in the wilderness until, bro, until I got until I got a opportunity to go to France and just open up my eyes to kind of semi-professional footy.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
How was
Man,
that like?
all of that in the all of that in the young age, man. Having to juggle all of that. That's crazy. Like, you moved out at 16 years old away from your family already. That's tough. And then, what you said, setting up bank accounts and then, expecting a child, all of that. What was that all before you're 20? And
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Props to you, Doko.
Props to you, brother. Props to you. But yeah, man, how was that, bro? Like, moving over to France, bro. Like, obviously the culture change and everything else, and obviously having a young family as well. Like, how was that? And how'd you cope with it, bro?
Yeah, it's probably one of the best decisions just to go over and just to kind of experience, like, what it's like to just train, to eat well and to play footy. Like, the footy wasn't the greatest there.
Yeah.
But, like, it just gave me that but it just gave me that kick, like, man, it's like, this is pretty mean, man. Like, this is what I want to do, man. Like, this is something that, I just had to take me out of my comfort zone, bro, So I went over there and I went overweight, actually. I went over about 125 kilos.
Was it the pies? Was it the pies?
Bro, I thought, man, look, I want to go over there and muck around and, But then I went over there and then I was like, oh, look, hang on a minute. Like, I'm going to actually give this a crack. So, I'm going to start eating properly, and just going, like, I got nothing to do all day. So, I must go to the gym and just, do something, man, and just keep moving. And then, bro, went down to about 108 kilos. Bro, and I started feeling good,
Yeah.
I started feeling good about my body and just started feeling like, man, shucks, this is pretty mean, like, and then I started to last longer in the games.
Yeah.
And it helped me out heaps, man. So, and then, I was just like kind of driving and I come back home I went to Australia and then I was like, man, like, fuck, man, like, I'm in one of the best shapes that could ever be, man. And then, it was just buzzy, man. And then I just slowed back into Wyong Rouge, and then just went from there.
In France,
man. Wow.
Yeah.
Because how long were you in France for, Docs? How long was that?
I was there for about a year, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was there for about a year.
It must have felt good for you just to kind of get away and just kind of experience something different, change the scenery for you in your career. So, man, that's
it was
like when you look back at your journey going to France, like have you learned something over there that you still hold on to these days or to today?
Yeah, hard, man. Like, everything that I've done in my life, I've kind of learned from all of it, man. Like, you know what I mean? Just every little mistake that I've done, man, I've learned from it. You know what I mean? Like, I've kind of looked at it like not as a regret, but like as a learning curve. That's for myself, man. So, going over there, mine is, just I guess just the eating, and over there they have this have this thing where it's for me. I picked up. It was pretty cool, man. It's called an icebreaker. Oh, I reckon it's icebreaker. So when they see everyone, they make sure they shake everyone's hand.
Oh, true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
now I still carry it to this day, man. Like, you know, like if I'm going into to a house, or if I'm going into a training session, bro, I'll make sure I go see every, like, you know, or like see all the boys. I'll shake everyone's hand.
Yeah.
You know, so I just break their ice. They're like, hey, what's up? You know, what's up? Like, oh, what's up? How's your day? What's up? How's your day? Like, you know, and bro, like, it's, you know, for me, it's like something that I've learned, and it's probably the best thing that has happened, because it doesn't stops their awkwardness. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you haven't said hi to someone, you're like, but you say hi, and then when you come to the field and that, like, in the training, like, bro, I need you here, like, you know what I mean? Instead of like, not like you walk past someone, you don't say hi, you know?
Yeah. Do you think it's like it's almost like a poly thing as well, like an Islander thing?
Yeah,
like
hard.
You know, even when you go into Islander's house or Polly's house, bro, you don't stay outside. And the first thing you see is food on the table. It's like, you better come eat. Like, we're not asking you. You better come and eat with us. Yeah. So that's cool, man. To hear that side of your journey, bro.
Yeah, hard, man. That's it, bro. That's like, for me, it's a respect thing, you know. And, and plus, you know, that's just for me. It's just, you know, like, especially if it's someone new too, you know, I'd like to, you know, introduce myself and, like, you know, say, hey, I'm, you know, how are you, you know, and then I like to ask people how's their day, you know, like, I like really, genuinely like want to know, like, bro, like, that's me, you know, you know, anything can happen, but, you know, some people going through a tough time and they just need someone to talk to. So yeah.
Man.
Was going to France also like did you give up your dream and playing in the NRL? Like, did you just want to go to France just to play and check it out, or like did you always know that you were gonna come back and you know, give NRL a crack, bro?
That's a tough year, like, bro, you know, through this journey hasn't always been like, you know, glory, like, you know, like glitz and glam, and I've wanted to give up heaps of times, bro. Like, I come back in from work and I'm like, babe, I don't even want to go training today, bro. Like, you know, I'd rather work overtime, you know. I'm not even the coach is setting me on the bench. I'm on the bench up here, man.
Yeah. Man.
I'm sick of this, bro. Like, bro, like, bro, I'm getting, like, you know, coaches are selling me the dreams, like, oh, look, you know, I'm going to play you this week, and then turn up to the game. Oh, sorry, brother, you're 18th man today. Like, you know, like, man, I was sick of it, bro. But I was lucky. My wife she's one of the I call her the captain of our team, bro. She's the one who kept my head above water. She's like, nah, you're just gonna keep going, you know what I mean? Just keep turning up, man. And for me, just that turning up process, you know, you just gotta keep turning up, man. Like, you know, and just a matter of opportunities and chance, bro, sometimes, you know what I mean? And like, you can't control, like, you know, what other people do, but all you can control is, like, you know, preparation, and just the willingness, and you know, just turning up all the time. So you know, if you get turned up to all that stuff, then surely they're gonna have a look into you, like, you know, they're gonna take notice, like, flip, bro, we've said no to this dude like so many times, but he's still here. Bro, I'm gonna shake him off, bro. But you know what I mean? So
man, and saying that, man, if you're still in high school and you're listening to this, perfect example. If you want to play in first 15, you get dropped to the second, thirds, buddy. Keep moving, keep going, man. Keep going. So after France, Docs, where did you move back to Oz after that, or did you come to NZ?
No, I went to Oz, man. So I was playing New South Wales Cup, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I played the so I had the last six months left the New South Wales Cup, man, and I started to find form, me, like, you know, so so I started to find form, man, and then I broke my arm last round, so I was going flat, man. Like, you know, I'm 25. I'm getting a bit old. No NRL club's gonna look at me. So I I was 24 actually. Yeah, 24, and I was like, no NRL. So I took the initiative to go to my head coach, and I asked him straight up. I go, bro, we just found out that we were feeders with Roosters. And bro, I just went to the coach. I said, man, like, I backed myself,
Yeah.
I just went to him. I said, bro, like, I know you got a relationship with, the Roosters. Put me in. Like, give me a word. Like, that's all I needed, man. Like, I just said, bro, I'm ready. Like, I said, I'm ready, man. Like, I just need a shot, man. I just need a chance, just put me in there. And like, I went away from the meeting with my coach, and it's like, yes, we'll see what we can do. But in saying that, like, that happened at the end of our season, so we had like that, the whole like, off season, we just have a break.
Yeah.
I still kept myself ready, man. Like, I still trained, like, so I didn't have an off season. I pretty much just stayed in shape, like, So I pretty much just trained right through, and then I didn't get the call that I was training with the Roosters for training trial just the day before preseason started. So I was going, laugh, man. But I was so glad and so happy that I still, ticked it along through the off season.
Yeah.
And make sure that I was ready. So when it came down to that, preseason, that, I'd done everything that I could possibly can to, get a look in or something.
True.
Man.
Just touching up on the training trial, like, just for viewers that probably don't know what it is, can you elaborate more on what a train and trial contract is, brother?
Yeah, so training trial is, bro, it's probably like the lowest of the lowest. You know what I mean? It's an opportunity, man, but it's the lot, like, so it's like, it's like the lowest, like, so you get $1,000 a week. You're not, you don't have a spot. You have to work the hardest. You have to, you pretty much, like, you're going to sell yourself pretty much. You know what I mean? And but that's pretty much what I done, man, for that. And you have like the whole preseason to sell yourself.
Man, that's crazy. So after, because that was and then you played a year with the Roosters after that. Did you get in?
I played with the Senior Club Wyong.
Oh, yes. So
I played with them. So it put me in good nick, man. Like, the preseason with the Roosters, and then bro, I got the news at the end of the preseason that Roosters said, "Now you can go back to your club." Bro, I was gutted. Man, I put my heart, my soul, heck? Like, I'm coming half an hour early. I'm leaving and I literally lived about an hour on a better way. So you know what I mean? Training started at 8. I'm waking up at like 4:30, getting my stuff ready. Walking to the train station, catching like 2 trains, and getting to the spot, and then having to walk another like 2 kilometers, man. Like, just the train, man. And I was doing that for like 12 weeks, man, just for an opportunity. And they said, "Oh, look." Like, bro, I wasn't even the head coach who told me too. It was like one of the trainers.
Who are you?
You should have, bro. You should have turned around and be like, "Sorry."
Okay. Bro, does the head coach even know my name, bro?
Thanks, guys. Guys.
Thank you very much. I only trained there for the last 12 weeks.
Boy, that's funny.
So you played with Wyong for how many seasons, brother?
So it was my second year, bro, and then I was lucky enough that so I started off the year pretty good, man. So I had the first couple of games, and then my manager called me halfway through the season, and he was like, "Look, bro, straight off the bat, man, it's like, look, bro, the Titans want to take you for 2 years."
Yes, sir.
Man, that's awesome, bro. That was mean, man. So, bro, I broke down.
How was that feeling, bro? How was that feeling,
man?
Bro, it was mean, bro, because you when you're coming up as a kid and like aspiring athlete, man, it's not easy, man. Like, bro, jobs don't want to hire you because you have other commitments like footy, bro, and like with footy, it's like some day, like some days where you have to leave work early, or where work says, bro, you have to stay back, but you have to decline because you got to go training. You know what I mean? Not only that, bro, there's a lot of stuff too, bro. Like some days, like if you get injured too and you can't turn up to work, bro, like, you know, work gets angry, bro. They didn't care about you as some works. They didn't care about you as a person, bro. They just want to make sure you're there, bro. You know, work, man. And some days you can't come because you're injured, man. You know. So yeah. So man, it was for me. It was like it was a good feeling, man. Like, you know, because I had a secure job. It was the first time I had a secure like contract. You know, and I was about 25, 26, man.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's funny because at that age in the sports industry, you're like, okay, you're getting old now. That mid-20s, mid-20s, especially now because the youngest player, bro. They're looking at 18, 17-year-olds now. So once you're 25, it's just like, are you sure you want to carry on?
You're looking at 25 retirement, so much calling you, brother.
Man, but that's you know, for you, that's we can tell that's all heart, you know, like the way that you carry through, even, you know, with everything that happened in the past, and then getting that call and you know, with GC, that must have been massive for you, like a dream come true as a player. But after, so you spent your 2 years in the Titans. How was that, man?
Yeah,
man,
like, yeah, it was buzzy, man. That was bro, like, you know, as I say, man, like, bro, give all my praise and all my glory to our Heavenly Father, man. Like,
yes, sir.
Bro, so I went in as an outsider, bro. Like, you know, I pretty much went in as just a fill-in, bro. And then, bro, as I said, you know, I just left nothing in the tank. You know, just turned up every day, just done everything that I can. You know, worked hard. Pretty much ran my own race, pretty much. You know what I mean? Like, it was just me against me, man. Like, you know, like, I just made sure that I knew in my heart that I done my best. You know what I mean? I wasn't out here competing with the guy next to me because, you know, we were all different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I knew if I gave my heart and my soul to, like, you know, to better myself, then I know that street I'm going as a person, as a player. So
I went against, bro?
Newcastle.
Newcastle.
Yeah. Oh, bro, I was lucky that my cunt was into my debut.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yo.
Did you go, yo, hookers on? Nah.
Nah, it's a good dude, bro. Like,
yeah.
He's a humbling fella, man. Like, they were like, man, like, you know, we have a special guest. I'm fuck sweet. And you see my calm walking.
Yeah.
I'm happy. He just happened to be at Gold Coast, bro.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
So my presented my and you know, my mum was there too. So man, I was
special,
pretty blessed. Yeah, it was special for me,
Yeah.
bro. And my family was there too. So yeah, and debuted, bro. I just felt like a whole blur, like just running on, and I only had 20 minutes, but like it was just a satisfaction of like, you know, just being able to put on an NRL jersey and just play.
Man, that's crazy. Well, you did it, man. Like that's the opportunity that a lot of you know, back then, a lot of people your age, you know, at that time wanted, you know, but you were blessed enough to put on the jersey and run on that pitch, especially with your family, man. That's special. Yeah, man.
And I think we can like touch on how you got over here, mate, back to NZ and playing for the Vodafone Warriors. But I definitely knew, you know, I definitely know that, you know, within you were playing for GC. When you were playing for GC, like you wanted to come back and play for your home country. And was that the feeling?
Nah, yeah, man. Like for me, mine was like, you know, they're 16 years old, man, and you know, bro, if it wasn't the All Blacks, then you know, the next best thing is the Warriors, man.
Yep.
And you know, yeah, bro, and like, you know, just to come home and you know, play in front of my family, my parents, you know, and my brother was he was in prison, he was coming up. So yeah, he was just wanted to be there and just help him out, bro. So, you know.
And you were in you went back to Dale, Avondale. Stayed at Avondale again.
Yeah, so I went to Dale. So I went to Dale for a bit.
Back home.
You know, and just stayed with my parents until I could get on my feet and yeah, man.
You went back and stayed in Avondale with family,
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, man, just to be back home again,
Yeah.
and just man, my first year was awesome, bro. I loved it.
Mm.
And then my last 2 years, I was riddled with injuries, man.
Yeah. Damn.
How was that
'Cause-
feeling, bro? Like
yeah.
I know I remember. I think don't quote me on the year. I think it was 2018, bro. I think were you still with the Warriors in 2018, brother?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
like,
I think when you
I
you
got,
you play the first few games at the beginning, and then you went on injury after that, bro. How was that
yeah,
feeling
so,
dealing with all the
bro,
injuries, bro? Like, how did you overcome it? What were you feeling? And how was your mental health at the time as well?
yeah. So bro, with all injuries, bro, it just plays with your head, man. For me, mine was I got injured when I was at my peak, bro. You know what I mean? I got
Oh,
injured when I was in the starting lineup, making a
Mm.
name for myself. But then again, I'm a big believer that everything happens for a reason, bro.
Yeah.
yo,
So I got injured. Done like a leg on the sideline, come back, had the last 5 games, and
Mm.
then I got injured again. The next year, I broke my other foot, man. So it was frustrating, man. As an
Yeah.
athlete, it's frustrating, bro. And then I think they saw that and they started making business moves, bro. So
Mm.
but it is what it is, man. Like
Yeah.
I guess at the end of the day, I just had to roll with the punches, man, and I learned from it, man. As I said, with my experiences in that, like, I take every experience as a learning curve from it.
Yeah. Mm.
yo,
And it kind of like made me appreciate, like, as as a father, as a husband, how lucky we have it sometimes, because
Yeah.
mental in the NRL is pretty it's real, man.
Yeah. 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 Touching on that as well, like, when it, because we see it now, even with the brothers that we had the privilege and honor to interview before this, especially with mental health, because it's
Yeah.
awesome seeing players now, athletes having that voice to speak up about mental health, and it's good to have platforms that allows players to speak about mental health, because on the media, like on news and stuff, there's a lot of things that we're missing as an audience when the players speak out. So
Yeah.
for you, bro, obviously with your journey being 16, moving out of home, having to start this journey, going to France, traveling, being blessed with a kid before your 20s. So all of that, including all the injuries, how did you have to deal with that? Like, how did you deal with the whole mental health side of of your career, not only as a player, but as a father and husband?
Yeah, so as I said, man, like for me, mine was my faith, man.
Yeah,
I'm a big
yeah, yeah,
believer in Jesus Christ as my savior,
mm,
man. So I had to really rely on him.
yeah,
I had to really look. I had to really rely on the word, through the Bible,
yeah,
man,
yeah,
and just um, it's been a long journey.
mhm,
And for me in this journey that I went through, it made me realize, and it showed me that there's more important things in life than
yeah,
trying to prove to people that I like that I am an NRL player, like so
mm,
I have a son now, who looks at me as his hero, you know what I mean? And like, bro, for me that's probably the best thing that I could
yeah,
ever ask for, man. Like he's like, yeah, bro, it's just you don't realize, bro, how much of an influence you can be, like, to those
yeah,
who are closest to you, you know what I mean?
yeah, bro.
And for me, man, it was kind of getting at me a bit, like the mental stuff, because
Mm,
I'd get sprayed at work, sprayed at training, and then I'll bring it home, bro. You
yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean? And bro, I just saw it like in my kids and that. So
mm,
it took me back, bro, and it just kind of humbled me and just been like, "Fire, look, hang on a minute, like, it's you got to really look after your mental,
yeah, mm,
and make sure it's right first, bro. You know what I mean? Because with sports, man, it's a really high demand.
yeah, mm,
Competition wise, you know what I mean? If you're
yeah,
not first, you're last, man.
yeah, 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 yeah,
You know what I mean?
man,
So the thing, if you're not the best in and the you know, and the group, bro, you know, you'll be on the bottom, bro.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
So that's always the case, bro. That's everything, bro. And everyone's always watching you, bro. Everyone's always critical, bro. And like, you know, it was just one of those, eh?
Yeah. How do you learn to shut that down though, like as a player? Because you know, after games, you know, you jump on, you know, if you have social media like Instagram and Facebook, and you know, you see people that you've never met in your life, and they have like so much to say about your career or the way you hold the ball, the way you run with the ball. Like as a player, how do you deal with that?
But like, you know, it's hard, bro. Like, you
yeah.
can't deal with, like, you know, it's probably the most hardest thing to deal with, bro. But for me, I just learned that just recently that, like, you know, it's only a race between you and yourself, man.
Yes, sir.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, for me personally, bro, I've looked at it. Okay, it's only a race between you and yourself, bro. And like, you know, you need to block out that outside noise, bro. Like, you know, everyone's always going to be critical. There's always someone out there, bro, to judge you, bro. You know what I mean? And there's never a happy person for you, bro. You know, we don't live in a perfect world, bro.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, I think you just keep your circle small, bro. You know, you keep those who are, you know, that you can trust, bro. And just go from there, man. Pretty much, you know, that's me, bro. Just have my circle small, bro.
Yeah.
You know, I have those who I know I can trust, and bro, that's it, bro. Outside noise is just a blur to me.
Yeah. Yes,
like, bro, but like, don't get me wrong. Sometimes, like, bro, it creeps in.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like, it's not perfect. Bro, yeah. But like, you know, then you know, I have to take back. Hang on a minute.
Yeah,
bro, is this dude in my circle? Oh, hell no. Flip, you know what I mean? He's not paying for my bills, bro. Wow, you know, this dude's not putting a roof over my head, bro.
Yeah.
He's behind the keyboard.
Keyboard warrior, man.
Bro. Thanks for sharing that, bro. And bro, that's some knowledge right there, mate. So thanks for sharing, Vaha. Yeah, man, you ended up back in Oz after your stint with the Warriors, and yeah, man, and you ended up with the Northern Devils as well, North Devils, and took them to a championship. Bro, how was that, man? How was that feeling, bro?
Yeah,
awesome, man.
It was awesome, bro. It was awesome, bro. It was awesome just to go over and just play some footy again, eh?
Yeah.
Bro, and like, you know, I was like, bro, as I said, bro, I was lucky enough to have a good coach, bro.
Yeah.
He kind of backed me. He was like a mentor, man, bro. And he, like, you know, he believed me more than I believed myself, man, and myself. Yeah. And you know, Fluff, man, it was just a blessing, man. You know, when you have someone who believes in you more than you believe in yourself, and then, you know, at the beginning of the season, like, you know, it was just, I wasn't playing the greatest, but, you know, he still believed that, like, you know, that the best was yet to come, bro. And he would always tell me that, bro, it was still yet to come, bro. You know, like, and he'll just say, bro, it's just a building block, bro. You know, you didn't win championships in March, man. I was like, bro, I got into it, bro. I kid you not, bro. Like, towards the end of the season, he goes, now you're humming, bro. Bro. Like, you know, wow, bro.
Bro, you're out here feeling like Captain America or something, eh?
Bro, hard, bro. Like, you know, from my man.
Yeah.
My nigga, bro.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's good, dude, bro.
Yeah.
And how was it? And how was it like just being the old head in the team as well, and kind of directing the younger ones, bro?
The OG.
Yeah, I was pretty much the grandpa in the group. But the boys just go fuck me. I guess, hey, go get your Wookiee stuff. I was like, don't worry, bro. Don't worry. But I was just, you know, it's just through wisdom over time, bro, that I've learned to kind of like play around it, like, you know what I mean, like kind of the game knowledge of it. So, but it's been good, bro, because the dudes that I play with, bro, they're awesome dudes, bro. They listen to me, and like, you know, and then like, and it's vice versa too. You know, they give respect. You know what I mean? So it's obviously, you know, for me as a person and as a player, you know, you give respect back, man. So. But you know, we had an awesome, bro. It was just a good team, bro. Like, you know, there was no kids. You know, everyone was like, bro, everyone was on the same goal.
Yeah.
Everyone was on this buzz. They wanted to win, bro. And plus, we had no affiliated players too, so that was the drive as well too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone was just club players, man.
Yeah, man, that's well. Again, bro, congrats on the championship, bro. That's crazy how life comes full circle. It just comes back around and with all the
And,
blessings and stuff like that.
And I just saw your video, bro. Your celebration video of the drinking can, bro. What happened there, mate?
Oh, bro, it was funny, because we went into the thing, bro. I was like still cheering, bro, and I was like, flap. I got one of the champagne, and I was just jumping, like,
Yeah.
Like, bring the coke, and I was talking, I'm like, flap, let's go, I was getting ready, and then I looked, I was like, oh. Hang on a minute, I'm too early. Stop this!
Bro, that's that sort of stuff, bro. I've been through heaps, bro. Let me celebrate.
I think when I first watched it was funny, man. And we'll put it through so everyone can watch it. But it was hectic, bro. Like because you don't expect it, and then when I saw Vaha kind of shaking the champagne, and obviously it blew up, bro. It was. Those are the feelings that you live for and you play for, man. Those feelings. Never forget it.
It was just like, bro. I was just, man. I was just
in the moment.
I don't know. It was just in the moment, bro.
In the moment, bro.
Man. No need for speeches now, mate.
Oh man, that's funny. And then having to represent your home country. MMT Tonga, but even that, we see it nowadays with the union with the eligibility rule, with the rugby union, and now our poly players can, they can go and represent the likes of Whikitoa and Limasopoanga and stuff like that. They get an opportunity to represent their home country in rugby union. But talk us through, you representing your home country in Tonga and that feeling, putting on the red jersey.
Yeah, bro. There's like, man, it's hard to explain, bro. It's no such feeling, bro. It's representing. You put on the jersey to represent your parents.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mine was, like when I wore, going into camp, man, it was awesome, bro. You go into camp, bro. Like some of the boys you've never met before, but it's like, it's like you've known each other for years, bro. You go, hey, sup, dog? Oh, sup, dog?
Yeah,
and then you go through the culture, and you hear everyone's stories, and and then it goes back to when you used to talk to your parents, and they your parents start sharing about their journey in Tonga. Like my dad, shares about his journey in Tonga and how he struggled to come over, just to make a better life for us kids. You know what I mean? And for me to represent him in that kind of sense on the main stage with a Tongan jersey, you know what I mean, with our last name, you know what I mean, and the TV, like, bro, it was just one of those happy memories, like, man, Fluffy, you know what I mean, like, you growing up and all that, everyone rubbishing, your parents because they're a freshie, your parents are fresh, blah, 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 you know what I mean, like, but, if it's just that satisfaction of, man, this is like, you're putting your parents' name out there, man, and like, you're holding of high regards that, bro, not many people are going to wear this jersey, but, and you're ready to go to war, bro. So, and just to wear the jersey, man, and, we played against Fiji, and, bro, I cried that moment, when I was walking onto the field, bro, like, I was at the back, bro, so I made sure no one saw it. Like I was at the back. Lucky the video wasn't around as much.
Man, because what year was that? What year was that?
So 2017, before the World Cup. So I know how it feels now. We got the eligibility rules. I know how you feel,
man, that's funny. Oh man, what a crazy journey, man. Crazy, like just to seeing where you are now, not only as an athlete but as a father and a husband. How's that though? Like being a father and having to juggle all the sports stuff.
yeah, probably the most rewarding things
Yeah, yeah,
that you
yeah.
can do for your, like, you know, bro, it's just, you know, you play a rubbish game, you play a
Yeah.
good game, you know, you even play an average game, but you know, your kids don't look at you as an athlete, they look at you as the hero.
Yeah.
And like, bro, all fathers would say this to you, bro, like, bro, you know, on your worst days, you'll come home, you feel like trash, but you know, you just walk in the house and you get, you know, open arms running to you saying, Dad, 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 or like, you know, or it just changes everything, bro. So, not to say go out there and make kids, but like when the time is right, you know what I mean? Like, you will know, you know?
Man. Anyway, me and this guy, you know, we work, you know, we've been working at Kelston within the schools for the past couple of years, and a lot, you know, we see a lot of the young generation, you know, they're heavily involved in rugby and wanting to make careers out of, you know, out of themselves, you know, and you know, there's bound to be a kid that'll be listening to this. What's your biggest advice to a young athlete coming up?
Bro, I remember I said it at the beginning, like, you know, you run your own race, man. Like, there's a lot of things that you can't control, man, but as long as you can control yourself and what you can do, man, like, it could go from preparation, you know, it could go from, you know, sacrifice and all that stuff. So just run your own race, man. Like, don't worry about what's around you, man. Like, you know, if you can focus on what you can control and run your own race, then, bro, it just, sometimes things aren't going to look the best, you know, it's not going to look, you know, all glitz and glam, but, you know, as I was saying at the beginning, bro, like, just turn up, bro.
Yeah.
You know, you just got to keep turning up, man. And
stop skipping fitness.
Bro, just turn up, bro. Like, you know, that's the thing, bro. You get noticed the most when people can't shrug you off, bro. They're like, fuck, I can't shrug this dude off. Like, he's just turning up, bro. Then, bro, it only takes one opportunity, bro. And then I'm like, fuck, we'll just give him a run so he can just go. Bro, you don't know. It could be the best game that you ever play. And the next thing you know, fuck.
You're in.
Like, oh, no, super, come next week, bro. No, you're starting. You want to be the captain?
Yeah.
Just, bro.
Facts.
That's me, bro. Powerful advice, bro. Thank you so much, Vaha, for the advice. And obviously, with you sharing your journey, it's been a hell of a journey, but a very inspiring journey for not only myself and Sefa, but for the viewers ahead. But we're just going to get into our quick fire questions, bro. We've got 5 quick fire questions for you, bro. The ones that we've had before are pretty good, mate. So you're in for a good one, mate. Make that top 3. Bro, Sefa, bro.
All right, Docs, your quick fire question. First one, your favorite, and that's going to be hard. Just say one of your favorite teammates that you played with.
Yes, I'll go Ignatius Passy.
Passy. Any reasons why?
Passy.
Any reasons why?
Oh, bro, it was funny.
Good guy.
Come to the Warriors. He's a good dude, bro. He's just one of those dudes who's loyal, bro. So I remember and he's probably one of the hardest dudes to tackle too. So when I came to the Warriors, bro, I got on the phone straight away. Doc, I'm going to the Warriors. Bro, come. Bro, I'll give you the recruitment guys thing, and the next thing you know, I heard he was coming. Like, let's go.
Yeah. Oh man. Shout out to the Doko. Next one, the toughest athlete that you faced, or like the toughest player that you faced.
Yeah, it would probably be like, I know he was in our team. Roger was pretty hard, bro. He's hard to tackle, man. He's
quick feet, eh?
Bro, he's just quick feet, bro. He's just agile, man, and he's strong, and it just goes all day, especially when you're tired in the middle. You got him coming at you.
Take me off, pitch.
Just run through.
Next one, your go-to movie.
Ooh, bro, I watch series, bro.
Oh yeah, what's your go-to series?
So have you seen the 100?
The 100, what's that?
Yeah. Bro, it's about some kids who are stuck in outer space and they come to Earth. And it's a big shambles.
Okay.
That's something I got stuck into. Yeah.
I'll keep that one in the pocket. The next one, since it's summer now, what's your go-to summer track?
Wow, bro, I like a bit of Nate Dogg, man. Nate Dogg, hey. Yeah. His
Nate
remix,
Dogg.
bro.
Yeah,
His
yeah,
remixes, bro. Like, bro, it's just cruisy, bro. It's
yeah,
just
yeah,
enough, you know.
yeah,
Just a
yeah.
chill and just, bro, everything Nate Dogg sings, bro, it's me.
Yes, sir. One of the most authentic voices in hip hop, Nate Dogg.
Yo.
Next one. Oh, this is our last one. If you'd had to choose 5 people, living or dead, 5 people that you would sit around on a table and have dinner with, who will it be?
There's some pretty good ones, bro. There's been some pretty
Yeah,
good ones.
there's been some pretty
First
good one
and
before.
foremost, I'd love to have Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah, Jesus Christ. You know, mum, dad,
Mhm. Yeah,
bro, my wife, have to.
yeah.
My wife.
Yes, sir.
And bro, I think man, it's a hard one, bro. I don't know the fifth one. I'll just have
Was that Nate Dogg?
fourth. Oh, bro.
What is all, bro?
I'll have him singing I'll singing our song, bro, while we're all eating, bro.
Yeah, man. Might as well have Nate Dogg in there.
Yeah, hard, bro.
Oh man, again, Doc, just thank you so much. It's been an honor and a privilege to have you on this podcast. But before we leave, tell everyone what's next. What's next for you? What's coming up?
Man, I think at the moment for me is making sure mum's all good, and
Yes, sir.
bro, and it's just leaving in God's hands, bro, and hopefully bro, I'm pretty content with where I'm at, so it is what it is, man.
Yes, sir. Well, there you have it. Say Less Podcast, another episode wrap with the Leivaha Pulu. Yes, sir. Cue that trackles.
Yo, shut up.
Yes, sir.
Baby, skate, slide your way on over, slide your way on over. Skate to me, baby, skate. I wanna get to know ya.
Yes, sir. We out.